Welcome everyone to the second video I'm doing on rapper grades, at least Korean rapper grades, because it's what I listen to. But today we got probably the most agreed upon, the best female K-pop idol rapper. I think most people agree on that objectively. It's this person, which is Soyeon of I-dle. So let's just get into this. Before I do though, I never really ask for this, but please like the video and subscribe. These rapper grades take literally weeks to make. I gotta listen to all of the raps multiple times and go through in like all these 6 different categories, and it takes an insane amount of time to get all this together and make the video and edit and everything. So mean a lot to me if you did that. Leave a comment why you love Soyeon and like and subscribe, because that would mean a lot to me. So yeah, I also just want to let you guys know I am not including any Unpretty Rap Star raps that aren't official songs. So like her freestyle diss battle that she has that's really popular, I didn't look at that. And then also the produced 101 stuff I didn't get into. But other than that, I include everything you can find from her. Total 36 plus different verses, but there's a lot more songs that just didn't have raps. So, and finally, if you want to know how the rapper grades work or anything like that, you can click the card above me and it'll take you to the unlisted video where I go over the rubric of how it's done. So let's get into this with speed first, because it's the least important one, but it's always fun to look at. So let's just start off with here. In this category of speed, Soyeon gets a B-. Of course, I have a whole series that talks about speed. I did an 8 fastest Soyeon raps. I also talked about her solo in a song of her Queendom intro last year, so you can go check those out. But essentially, she gets a B- for her speed in Queendom. So with that said, she gets 8 syllables per second on an 8-second constant, and that's how I do speed on here. So now we can move on to our next section, which is lyrics. Let's talk about both the good and the bad, since I am being unbiased, or as unbiased as possible. So I want to hit both sides of the spectrum. Let's start off with the lower end, which is the lowest grade for her lyrics. So I've pulled her lyrics for Señorita, which happens to be the lowest score. Not necessarily bad lyrics, but just her lowest grade on lyrics, at least in my opinion, because, I mean, when looking at it, her lyrics are the italics. Sujin is the normal writing, so it's all the bottom stuff. And it's just, there's nothing really unique or special about this. It's just kind of a generic, I love you, I want you type of rap. And it's really nothing special, nothing to go, oh, that's so cool, that's really cool what she did with the lyrics there. Nothing like special in there. It's not bad by any means, it's just nothing special. So overall, this got a C- in lyrics, and it happened to be her lowest. Let's move on to her highest ranking score now, an A in the song Day of a Kid. 어른들보다 바빠 이 어린이의 하루 해가 너무 짧아 밤에도 일해 나는 키가 작죠. I again have the lyrics for Day of a Kid on the screen, but before we even look at that, just notice how much more there is to this verse than what Soyeon did in Señorita. Of course, it is a K-pop verse, so there's only going to be like 4 bars, but still, it just gives Soyeon so much more room to work with and show her potential in lyrically writing a song that's not more complex than just like an I love you song like Señorita's verse was. I love the lyrics to this. She like even goes back to her mindset as a kid, and like it's like an out of person rap. It's like a 3rd person rap. In my head, at least, it sounded cool because she's like talking about herself as a kid and describing herself as someone else, growing up and becoming how she wants to be in this dominant rapper with her personality she got to know. And it's just such a complex verse that I really looked into, and it's like maybe I over-examined it, but I really hope you could tell the difference between a verse like this with Super B, not even including Super B's verse, but a verse like this and then the one she did in Señorita. Okay, so now we can move on to rhyme scheme. We're gonna start in the lower one with the worst rhyme scheme that I could find from Soyeon, which is only a C-. So it can be much worse, but she did pretty well. She kept it in C's, and it's on a song called Tongue Tongue. Once again, I brought the lyrics for this song in too, because it's pretty important for you to see the actual lyrics when we're talking about rhyme scheme. And the reason why this is the lowest rhyme scheme for Soyeon is the first half of this verse, she's literally rhyming the same word 4 times, which can be done, but I don't rank that too high rhyme scheme wise, with yone, 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 yone each time. And then the second verse, it's really hard to find a meaningful rhyme scheme in that outside of the beginning rhyming with ending. So it'd be like A, B, C, D, A, but that's a really out there rhyme scheme. So it doesn't make too much sense to me, her rhyme scheme here. And that's why it's low, even though it still does work. So it's still in the C- range, but this is probably the least desirable of her rhyme schemes that I could see. Now, the better side of her rhyme scheme, the best rhyme scheme that she has, I found in the song Dala Dala Dala. There are so many cool things about the rhyme scheme in this song that I could go off about all day long, but I'm going to save your time and just point out one of my favorites, which are in the last 3 lines of the song right here. Now, the cool thing is, rhyme scheme doesn't have to rhyme the end of the word. Even though most people assume rhyme is like that, you don't have to rhyme the end of the word to get a cool rhyme scheme. And Soyeon kind of rhymes the end of the word. First off, she rhymes the ne in nedo with the ending of a, which by itself is cool, but the cooler part is the fact that she rhymes the alliteration throughout these last 2 bars or 3 bars, however long it is. She rhymes the d sound, which that's how you can rhyme stuff with the front of the words, match the front of the words together on the beat especially is what she did. And she had this really cool beat to it with the nam d and then the da, and then right before the ending, she has the d again. And I'm going to play this for you. I played it right before, but I'm going to play it again just so you can hear how cool the beginning. Listen to the beginning of her words in the consonant sound of the d sound. It sounds so cool. Okay, so let's move on now to the category of delivery, another very important category for rappers. And Soyeon, the worst grade that she got in delivery wasn't even a bad grade at all. It was a C. So her worst grade is a C in delivery in a song called Help Me. Now, there's nothing bad with Help Me's delivery. Nothing Soyeon did wrong or that I think was genuinely just bad. That's why it's a C, why it's average. And that's exactly it. I just feel like this delivery wasn't up to par with the other raps that she has done. And it stood out to me as the way that she delivered it. I just feel like other Korean female rappers could match it at least to as well as she did. So that's why it was only a C. It wasn't bad by any means. Soyeon showed diversity in her rapping there, but she is a queen at delivery, one of the best rappers at delivery. And speaking of that, let's get to the best Soyeon rap that she delivered in. And the best delivery grade I got is the song Dala Dala Dala. Yeah, she gets an A+ in Dala Dala Dala. This song is unreal. The way she delivers this, it is the definition of how you deliver a song. Every I-dle rapper that's like training and like coming into the scene needs to listen to this song and like be like, okay, so this is how I do it, kind of thing. It's such a good delivery, and I really hope you can see how amazing it is too. Moving into Fluidity, we have the worst song that she did fluidity-wise is in a song called Put It Straight Nightmare Edition. Now, she actually gets a C- in this. I think I-dle released this for a Halloween thing. It was originally a ballad, so in the original song, Soyeon didn't rap. So I don't have a grade for the original song. But in this one, they remixed the song and then put a little spot in for Soyeon to rap and get like really aggressive and angry. And overall, this song, the rap in this song is really well. However, the rap doesn't go with the song. And I mean, they remixed the ballad, but then they put this aggressive beat and rap in, where they literally transitioned the song halfway through into this completely separate song. If you gave me just, without ever hearing the song before, just the intro of that song or the first verse and then Soyeon's verse, I would never guess that they were the same song. The fluidity is just missing there. And while it's an amazing rap, it just doesn't fit with that song, I think, fluidity-wise. The other areas are really good. It overall got like a B, so. Moving on to the best fluidity department, you can kind of compare and see what I mean here. We have the song Pop Stars by KDA. Now, there's a reason why the general consensus of people leave the song going, who the fuck is that rapper? She is amazing. And it's because of the fluidity in that song. Her rap goes perfectly with not only how it comes in with the chorus, and then at the end too, and I think it's Madison Beer, she goes after her. It flows perfectly on both ends with how the fluidity works going through the rap. It's perfectly placed, perfectly laid out. The way she wrote it into there is perfect in every way too. Moving on to the final category of flow, the most important one, of course. And we're gonna have the worst verse that Soyeon had for flow was still a C-. The worst grade she ever got was a C-. And the flow C- is on a song called Light My Fire.
I think about
Now, this song is in Japanese, and I credit that to probably why I find the flow lacking compared to her other songs. However, on top of that, it's just the song itself. Soyeon has like a rap chorus and a rap pre-chorus and then a tiny rap in the verse. There's no really point where she can get her flow going. It literally is like the longest point is 4 bars, and she has some points where she's just doing a 1 bar of rap. So it's really difficult to get good flow going when the song is structured like that, which I can't really pin onto her, but it does pull the possibility of different flows in, and it ended up becoming a really simple flow, really kind of not too complex like she usually does. And now the best flow that Soyeon got is an A, and this flow is in a song, I'm the Trend. Oh, in the beginning, the flow is so nice. I don't know if you can just like pick it out in your head, but her flow is perfect in this. It is her best flow. Not even because it's kind of fast. It's not even one of her fastest raps, I don't think. But she makes it sound faster than it is, at least to me. And she just goes off. She really does. The best overall song that Soyeon hits in her entire discography at this point is a song I've talked about twice now, I-dle, I-dle. It's genuinely her best verse in every way. Not only did she get the best grades in I-dle, I-dle for rhyme scheme and delivery, it was also up there in flow, it was up there in fluidity. The only thing it was really lacking was lyrics. However, before we go, I do want to get you guys some other songs that we haven't had the opportunity to talk about, some other great ones. So I'm going to give you Soyeon's top 5 grades overall of songs. So number 1, we've already talked about her best verse is the song I-dle, I-dle. So that's the 3rd time you heard that song. But moving on, her second best grade that she has done on a song is KDA's Pop Stars. Let's go. The 3rd best grade that she got was in the intro to Queendom, which isn't really a song, but you know that iconic verse. Her 4th best grade was really close between these next 2 songs, but Oh My God just edged it out. And then her 5th best verse, and the final one I'll mention here, which is really close to Oh My God, is I'm the Trend. So that's gonna do it. I can give you her overall grade now before you go, and her entire discography's grade. Soyeon as a rapper, her rap grade was a B+ as an 88. I know there's gonna be someone going like, what? How is it only an 88? How is it not an A or an A+? You gotta keep in mind an average takes all the average stuff, and then you average it with the best stuff in the 90s. So in the end, her entire average ended up being an 88, which is still amazing. One of the best, probably one of the best female K-pop rappers that I'm going to do this on. I'm not sure who else can really break that grade. But yeah, she gets an 88, which is insane and definitely deserves it. She is so good, and honestly, when she's only released 36 verses of raps plus the unreleased stuff. So when she starts getting up there, like to the point Changbin, who I went over, was, where Changbin had 80+ verses, she's going to move up to like the A- range into the A range too. I guarantee it, because she is such a good rapper. And anyone who tries to diss on Soyeon is really just like trying to just defend their fave and try to like put someone else down. Because honestly, Soyeon is genuinely one of the best female K-pop idol rappers. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, show some love way down in the comments below. It's been fun. I'm going to do this again with a surprise rapper. I bet you guys can probably guess who it's going to be, but yeah, I'm trying to do one of these a month. I was a little late on this one because they take a long ass time, but my goal is one a month. So hopefully by November, and at the latest before December starts, I can get the next one of these up. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the series. I have a lot of fun doing it, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. And as always, K-pop and chill the same way.
영어 빼고 말해 내 피부 노란색 그래 앞에 번호 8이잖아 빨리 전화해 네가 아는 여자애들 싹 다 불러 오늘 밤은 불지를 거니까 폰을 꺼두기로 해.